kubro 1000 Ghana aden ya dia na aba ntuma ko Facebook asem na ye kike kan sagro ya obi enfi too much o
eti awusha wate maami nkomo wo hwe book de das ye na encyclopedia primary ni yakwada wo ekwa kosua wi de ya esan ha adwen kakra ewo mu won se ya na enam se schools na pese wo munya sika nti no eneoma ahodo a ombe provide se nkola ne nto no ba ko se eni ho a wo beto afiri abonte de beba omo beje wo so mo hye wo wofo no ema bibia woto wo school ho ekoba de sa eya na ono owofo no a woto ne ma no de ama ne ba no sempo wani bi kura na esese wo force ya ye de obetimi bia se ne nsa beka sika no de akwakoto ye kan obi nso beka se eye untimi ntua ha ho mfa obade nkoe ewom eno so wo hode but se wako ban suku ahodo no wakwakohwe enema bia atafo no mu binom ede na di kire nkwala na aka awura be ho enti no eno ana ya sometimes eboa enkora na atene kakra na enso so no kama se de fees no esi ewurande no every time bia ya to fees mu every time bia 2023 a for company 2024 and 2025 inso still ya edaso ya ekoso ofo ba ko we 2023 konkobo se aba kra primary school ni wo 2800 ni oyi oketwa de wono so edi nanimu a wo classes nso 2000 chese aya da anwa ya yedin anu ya yedin pa wo hwe 2023 de ya empenifo ahodo eda private schools ano ombe kasa wo ho ekirikiri mu say maintenance ahodo obekoso feeding school buses ne operational cost teachers allowance ne ade ne nyira omkeka bom ade ba hihye mu say woni mu nyira ka ho bi nti ena ya fees no ne bo etimi pagasa no ye ne pani bedi nkomo wo executive director edema the Ghana National Council of Private Schools oba homa so ye ne bedi nkomo na fi ya hwe de ekeka bom ye masa ne mayi afi bia ye hunu bie because ya na awofo no edi ho yawo awofo no bi complain wo ho say baby ya adure de ya agensemo baby ya adure de anwa ya dodo ni nyina mu no odwen ho a say na ne yesa de yesi koyi enti private schools yi enchirima ba no wo mbetimi akobi no private schools yi se koba ne sei a awofo a ede omoma ekono enti omuntwaso wo munyaye but schools no so ye bieye se be ya omanfo do omofra abeti e wo se be ya ono akwa na ono bi school so no wetimi kakra ede yenkwa homa so na ye ne dara ba che
yejo open kese
na ohuna mu boko de
yami adum na mo so
ye ho ye papa ma pe de ye boko na sai awufo etie mu dodo wo mu ntwetire mu ne se ye bi wo se wo ba mu a bo a ye se boot no books ahodo ntade ahodo pieces of the na sade yi ase akoso a na mpenifo a moda private schools ano abeto ma na mo tuo ne te sei
ya me da se ma me tia no fo jina ni ameka ni se wo kan ya no kwesa no ya so ya me ewo ye juma di no yen akabi aye yeah, manufactured. Yeah, no, obi manufacturer, yeah, bank and the about the Juma. The old fan is a beer, Kata, or trade our own, yeah, I'm for being producing a day, am I? Who 2019? Ana aban eji nanka kandi no bidi ebia nkuga adanse jubia ene nkata bi free amanoni baso de be bua gusia aban ede sapona to yen so se esika lensentia ehu nti kane no na ye importantia na ye tia ikano ale no ye eni learning material it's 100%. And you know, about it, every number of flour, final consumers. What are they?
Okay.
And I tell you that, when you're that's a whole abano and no, I'm the financial running of
na wadaruma eba ne say ya abasa no mo ne nwasua soye no so atena se di hu nkomo se ombe hu bibia mamu a
ya tu wana mo
okay
se kwa na ye kra ta wo bi ya bounce private schools ya system ne ade no so bi na mo ka ta ba system no said I'm showing cry. I mean, you know, I'm saying you can't buy the movie and then get it.
Okay.
You like my head, I also. If you buy 18, the Pananke say, to me, and I used to talk now on it. If you're looking now, I can't go to yeah, if you don't know, the Paris maybe I'll said I say. Omo tutu omo akatua mu ana te omo tutu omo adwuma asem na office na cost wa kwa ye operational cost actually as e di dwuma nyina no e bi pakese ni nyina na impoto e di ala no awo e dey ban so no you say how do I wo so no e do that ye dwuma di na e den akoslo
na wadaruma schools no private schools ahodo e wo fees ya ahodo ya omo charge no wadaruma ya mpenifo amoda no mutimi regulate no because I say obi ya ne de waje
ye tell me say private school adwuma no free market economy it can say constitution na edidi juma e wo Ghana mo na 25+2 mo say ya university says multi school ade ba ko so maintain school
okay
and the maintenance no so my guidance here present when the present if I am maintaining the school what they mention as any panel and any people no is there area on the pay one thing I say if I better paint out better be a asana so you are going to charge it and I said abano ba o mo na se o want to say never be able to na abano o pa say o school no be there you know until you don't be a guideline that guidelines to make me apply na say the American abano to me akoya let you I want to know. Young to me can say in regularly schools that will be having because all regularly the talent is that if who the school fees not to wait in and I can't own it. One man of a pass over
I know ya na we forward no awofo ahodo a etie me no nkomo anopa yi wo mo hwe anim se mo penifo be sie timi atu ho na mo ama enye ma tima perform akrapa wo
me yes be ya dey say you two one am. You two one am nkasa. Wọ́n sọ wọ́n gbúsá ní na yẹ kí ewu ẹsẹ̀ ẹbẹ̀ yà àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àti káàtà àpò bí yàtọ̀ tó ní àbáyà yẹ ẹsẹ̀ àbáyà náà ẹbí tì mí ní ẹyẹ dì kọ̀kọ̀ náà sáà ní ẹ máa wúrò bí bí tí máa yẹ bẹ̀ ẹ́ fi wọ̀. Ẹ̀ka ẹ̀gbẹ́ development partners àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ọ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀yẹ ẹ̀dí máa ń soso ọ̀gbọ́n soso ló bẹ́ tì mí aṣọ yàtọ̀ mẹ́ wọ́n ní ẹ máa ẹ̀ǹkìtì àtẹ̀mítì àwọn ènìyàn ní sẹ́yìn. That tabuna abandon to importation of education materials. I don't know higher. And the potential for educational materials. Any industry, any factory, or my kind of one or more, if the abandoned are never actually. Most of our educational materials in free China and ever. If you have the now, you or my Ghana, you are if you have school uniform, exercise only, okay, and Kunya, come, if you are my Ghana, and you will help you.
Oh, okay. Right. Now, you're quite a say be a Bible bumna, or fast I can be that Mohonso at Hamwaka. My now was no pay and Adaja when you're my.
I mean, sure.
I'm so quite in Comaka, I wore a muscle before Nana Kwasija to Yana Kobonko, Executive Director, Edema, Ghana National Council of Private Schools. Eti that I said, Ore and Yoma Hodwa, Omakra, Edeba, duties are Hodwa, the dad as war, taxes are Hodwa, Umutuia. Ni nyina nka mu no na ama charges ahodo a wo mo charge wo schools mu no atumi akosoro saado because uniforms na ya wo mo ye no obu ho no mu a na wonye mfa mfiri kuro yi mu ha sei okoye wa ma ahodo so na wakra de aba wo de buy charges ne ade eti na chese de wo mu eno no ma mentie wo nso a wo hwɛ me wo fo a wo hwɛ me wo nso so wadwe nkyere wo ho sɛ ni omu gina so a ama fees no ekosoro no eto asomo hu ni omu ya adwene saa wa me ne wonni hu nkomo na fe ye hwehwe ne pomasibre wo nsusu ye mu no ye nya ne dan na ebo no betumi aba fom de omu so ekanie 0557730028 0557730028 ma me ne hu eni hu nkomo na fe ye nkoye nem na ye hwehwe asemi said the private schools e mu nie wo mo kire se charges ahodo mo maame no na yahwefo ehwe no ne books ahodo atono ne de kokra e de free school mu honko awe kai so ne saa wo de ko fie nye ka ketwa ene so no ya wo de ko wo owofo a wo hwe ye no pai wati ye nkomo boyi the private schools no esi nie according to womo no ene omo ahodo a wo mo kraba duties ahodo e wo so taxes ahodo a wo mutua ni nyina aka ho bi e na ama omo fees no kosoro sei afi omo so ebi so kire se ene omo ahodo a kade ahodo a wo benya aboa ma school no akoda nim ni nyina aka ho bi e na akwakoye sei ma mentie wo wo fo omo ntrachire mu nie wo so so de ye fa ho ene sei Mamintil on 0557 730 028 0557 730 028. Ma mintil was so dear. Good morning, we didn't be a free. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
We didn't be a free.
Make a free, Master. Within the service.
My dear.
This media, the Mokano and Crepa, experiences how the Pana. I think that the Uka at least Uka Montaine, Uka books, you know. I got out to books now. I won't put my own control. I won't put my own control. ano pe mini ga ofu bibre ti se de me kan me bo a mo pre ma won ko na ne bo no so edin you see me check me ma ko class 4 na ko so class 2 and I class 1 but we go say sir and na busu car mo tia tia na se so me from 1 akobe from 3 ni de na se in number 100 and I say 200 million. It's too much for see what is okay be my because the amount so said the more kind the my list na ya can say go na volunteer e lose after. There's no way so go na volunteer this is no go be bia. Nti the more kind the intesa enye no kure. Say we ka na ma books no more kofaba mpesa wo a ofo no kura abeko akwa nti uba no mam wo tue ska no wo yibus no
e di amount
aha no mo yi amount but wo ko akofe mu no ndu wo be bia nti we dem ko mai pa na high papa
tate era sepa ene osusu de abusama ntie wo so wo hawo e wo ye ho 0557 730-028. Would you know Kasa free? Hello. Would you know Kasa free?
I'm a Kasa free.
My intio.
If you are a book, no, but only a day.
Boko pa.
If you are a book, you are not. Jana abano jananga wabwene aso the way they say class afuzo class na ba afuzo na tete busu no the way they say that class no matobu sumakuma
asemo
exercise book
asem papa dabi da homa no ennimu ano kora twitwa ne musa myself safre na yedi ho komo wodi no ba Kasa free o Mighty. Right. That's a any also dear 0557 730 028 0557 730 028. My tea also so I can be oh would you know Kasa free? Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Would you know Kasa free?
It's for Kasa free show too.
Me pacho peja ne kakra mai na yeni nkomo.
Pacho from for Kasa free show too.
Okay, entio.
Me share my program na no pay na ni share mo. Na ya ko so ne de ma ya wo fo. De papa share ne pepe. It was 2004. Iti kwa mama school kwala me lupe no.
Ebesa.
Sika na ansu. Sika na ansu books na so a. Say the grena kaya I was a meto. Into the efe ebe boye. Boye. Into no kebe to me am be fam.
Okay.
Some of the lesson na ya na say you better me akwa abonti akota. Because I can't remember about 3 years to me. Kwala me ma kwa ya di omowe ma ya me po akra koto e no. When you less. I can you less pra na we the compulsory say we so school. If you're slow, I'm more than every year, she ever bought. A teacher for day is school, I don't know, and you Bible to be from one. Almost one way be in more now for any name, and I am from one.
Okay.
Medication.
Right.
My joint friend.
There are Sipa and so dear. 0557 730 028 0557 730 028. We didn't know we are free. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, no. We didn't know we are free.
Pacho me kasa free tamale. Me di di aja.
My dear.
Pacho books na ya omo toro mo amboe. Min pala 3 omo postu baku P1. Ena baku P2. Ena baku P5.
Hey, any other kapa?
If you open money, yes, airport 15 million.
Books no.
Books no every PTA.
Wow.
Boy.
Okay.
At least one man to professor. Yeah, almost time more and this a time no one that to
okay. Yeah, see. Yeah, see. And also so dear. I know what new. Say, Osi awofo yi encomplainia. Bia no mugusu a wo mo ekan. Bia be kanade, bia frɛ a obɛka ne de. San say ano what dodo. We didn't be aka free. Hello.
I'm the friend, Mr. Kazabin.
My dear.
I'm book I say, I might be in Collecting a book over to them. Why? You. Why and cry.
Right.
Why? You.
Ma yemfa ofofo na wono soso. Enkyere na dwene ewo ho pie. 0557 730 028. Wudi no ba kasa free o. Hello.
Hello.
Wudi no ba kasa free.
Me the cop the case
My dear.
Hey, masa. I'm a public school so no. Sunday. This is America number 5. What is?
Me tell pa.
I remember 6. Local public school. The master, I said, book, that book, but I put 1.5, 1.6, extra 4, because of that 4. And who back is like the most I just want me to say, first of all, books, Nadia, make to the master. Almost very to say that. Master, then, check a bank school, yeah, it's book 4, education. And the school flower, but the thing, I put a club about the master, what to be book to go to right woman. Okay, the woman won't do what you want out to the brother do. What I mean?
Yo, yeah, that's it. 0557 730 028. Ma enti wo so de bie. Sanse obia wo ha wo sade wi. Wo mo a wo mo akọ private schools no de. Obia wo ho ha wo. Odi no ba bia kasa free. My enti we.
Como sister Papa heading. This me cramp on me
I like what to you should be.
And then everything will be alright. The brain although said class 1, 2, 8 more than 13 class. 2 kids in by.
Uniform soccer.
My,
That's it. Any also so dear. My infra of friends way. Na on train our dream pie ewo ho and say obi a wo how no bi wo ho. We didn't be aka say free o.
Morning.
Good morning o.
But if me Kwame adan we ka say economy akui.
My too.
We pa cho ko ni bi say Sabus na teachers mo command abana de ko so mo to my na say
we nya my books wo ma mo dia
o ma mo dia no eyade be no eyekronu ana eyade no teacher ni a wo no ya for abatwa oka ko fa de be to ma ya wofo no so ko fa de be to ma ya wofo na wo to na body ma esi e ko to na bonti a akwara no e twa eyisi a na opotwa wo ma no ntaso na afia kire sei na tufi say that you ye abai to hwa na tesa teacher for mo ye kwamfo na so mo ye de no
we say no de
mo ye kwamfo no anti na wiase no na ukobwa kwatwa bi bo dia o mudu betu ufie bi na mo abai di pa kwatwa no so face o ye no matter for security akara won say when any dey corrupts ani tira mo ye sa Oni akwonfo pa. Oh, abanchos no wo me yeta de nyina no. Won tu sa kwara funa se. Anya
yate.
Da so pani nyame hira.
Ya da se ene wo de 0557730028 0557730028 emfa ofofo na wo so enkyere na adwene bi ewo wodi ne baba yakasa free
Oh, yes, my brother. Okay, what is it? You out there? Let's go to the let books English, math. Now, books not for. And so one of the would know my this about this and she shall assess you, man. And my woman, I walk with the textbook no. Two. You can show a textbook every 20. You my another books reading books and for Banadi. When you was in maintenance classes, other classes, well, you also attack your competition. Montreal Banadi school. Master, I've been on power, but I don't know. I'm a person and better. Walk around with schools. Oma, if you go public schools in me. The public school for that, you know, I had mother to look papa. We look papa. Bus is all the public school. That's actually for the bad thing. But the bad system. Oh, but yeah, no, you know, about public school, yeah, but one thing, I found two and all the public school, I'm for full sex. There is a bread,
Mate, ma yemfa ofoforo nso awofo che se obia wo ho hawo obia odeni ba bia kasa free. Hello dabi watima nyina so 0557730028 0557730028 my tie won so de sanse awofo ahodo a won mo makọ private schools no. In fact, enough from we didn't be able to free.
A good bashom.
My deal.
Bashom the theater. Da, bashom. If you are some books to home, then call me and some more be a student, don't put them there to tell our books. You could admire Bassa. What one idea could I? This is how we see that in Colony University. Almost and almost
I say more.
The dam is someone who from my
Yate. There are say, and they also so dear. You go so, you didn't penny for home come dear. You say Diana Motu Bahu na Umatimi, I am Bibi. Ediama, our father who didn't be a casa free.
Pacho kasa free yesterday na mpacho na moya anapaidi mungomo ni amedeka
my ntewe
pacho na abes ani primary school na abes school ni die so omaka to be free na accident na The phone mom say and press 1.8 million and one the other. Best could not 16 anyone answer a war.
Aban school no wo ho pa ba won say aban school no books ahodo ankoda ne to no ya na ano nya din te say private schools ne de no
Yeah, private school they me who say private school they will be there on what say ma ka say people dey say o so ne me bi na ne go no kwa ko no aban tua ne ka o mu do na kakra you don't put it in a fun say one man in lesson can say that one you say a teacher for the and they be a school so no be an could be a and you say about 100 million you get the amount it is an market to that private school it would have amount to them a teacher for now buying the amount of say a free yes about the back from the books in the one the same ground 5 and we go to where it's 1.1.8 that times 5 a 2 million ground if you are buying the end I'm taking you say and you flee and also I mean from a hammer I mean for one pay if you take it from a hammer no you flee but it's a new bank on the edge is gonna but tomorrow because in Tiafia, the fact any free in Tiafia. They are going to work there. Hello.
Yate, you ready mu enkomo san say ni nyina hapa because ye nim say aban schools no de ya aban provide books no de ba especially senior high schools ni say ma me fa we odi ni ba akasa free o. Hello, we didn't be able free. That be on Timenka, Yamfa for 0557 730 028 0557 730 028. We didn't be able free.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. No, we didn't be able free.
Actually, the cassette speaker.
My
Pacho, me back class 5. Subject book or some
books no talk about say insist.
Oko advance school or class 5 or subject or they buy exam. Subject book subject not or some 6. Or notebook like a piano or talk service. Exercise book no so 20.
Exercise books no notebooks no dey aya nkoda na kasa na chiro mu wo school honum
But we don't tell. Nah, subject no, they buy so topics in subject no.
One say books na aya o mu use no schools mu no wo.
But
exercise books na mo use no subject bia de eye baako eno achi no omo wo de omo de ma assignment nsoso e wo honum. Me pato ase.
Pato misio.
Ha. Eti de minim wo eno ho no exercise books ahodo no e na notebooks no so no notebook subject bia de baako subject bia de baako.
Ana reading book no so no
textbooks na
pato textbook ni history book no so ma ko test akubi answer bo 1 million elu na nti ase
aban school
o ko the trade school o ko aban school
wow
akwa class 5
yatima me ye be ya mu pa na ye ne mpenifo de
agba munya ma teacher for ye ble
bate ye be ya no so hu hwehwe me se o mitimi mfa frefo bi abiem wadaroma because currently na ye nim say ye private schools no na saa de we koso bebre pa but it is as if say complaints ba no aban school ahodo no so de omo hu gimu ni nyina mu no koso wo various schools ahodo ye public schools because no we know say government no provide wo textbooks ahodo wo mo di sua de ɛwɔ schools nim but say if say ɛbɛba sɛ afei deɛ teacher for na san charge books na nkɔda no ɛtɔ no a aside exercise books ne notebooks ɔmo tɔ no abɔntene de ba no de a na it means say corruption bi kɔ so wɔ baabi so yɛbɛsrɛ the Ghana Education Service no say supervisors ahodoɔ a the circuit supervisors a ɔmo wɔ various districts na ɛyɛ a ɔmo visit schools no wɔn mo ɔmo ani da hɔ paa because sɛ saa deɛ wei ɛkɔ so wɔ aban school ahodoɔ mu a it means say corruption bi so ɛkɔ so wɔ baabi textbooks ahodoɔ a yɛtɔn deɛ yɛnim sɛ private schools ɛna ɛtɔn textbooks de ma awofoɔ ɛne wɔn mma but sɛ government schools na ɛno so aban provide no ɛno so sɛ yɛtɔn deɛ a it means sɛ na ade no ano yɛ ayɛ ten paa ɛno nti ɛbɛsrɛ sɛ the circuit supervisors ahodoɔ a wɔn kɔ various schools no sɛ wɔn kɔ a ɛma wɔn nkɔ nkɔhwɛ akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ na de kyerɛ nko a wɔn kyerɛ no because sɛ ɛba ne saa deɛ ɛkɔ support no nyɛ adeɛ a wobɛhunu na atwe wadwene ɛde asi so because corruption kɔ so paa ɛwɔ various private public schools ahodoɔ a ɛwɔ ɔman no mu complaints na ɛba no sɛ afei deɛ wokɔ aban school no mu susu mu a yɛtontɔn nwoma no ɛde ma nkɔdaa no pie ɛwɔ hɔnom yɛnhwɛ ne yie obi wɔ hɔnom a teacher ni ankasa na ɔno ankasa ahyɛ da akɔkɔ agye obi book a wɔno ayɛ apublish de aba no na wɔno teacher ni no aba ɛtɔn nam ne profit kakra wɔno benya ɛde afiri ho nti no na ɔno akɔkɔgye aba na wɔtɔn ɛde ma nkɔdaa no yɛnhwɛ ne yie ɛwɔ saa deɛ wei ho because ne nyinaa yɛ the system of corruption na bia because ɛnkɔnkɔba sɛ aban de bi bɛba na kyenkyene akyene a ɛwɔ sɛ wofoɔ so asɛ wei nko a deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ motɔ wei da ɛni ho kwan sɛ ɛba saa ɛba de sɛ yi a na yɛde burden foforɔ ana asan ɛto a wofoɔ no so if sɛ ɔwofoɔ no hu no sɛ private schools no ɛyɛ so high ma no sɛ obetumi akɔtua saa nneɛma no nyinaa na sɛ ɔde akɔra ne ɛɛba public school na ne ho ahehan ne kakra ɛhɔ nso yɛasan ɛɛbɔ na podi a na ne ano yɛ den paa ɛbɛsrɛ the Ministry of Education na afei genius no so sɛ wɔn hwɛ ntu ho anamo bie na ntumi mmoa because sɛ yɛ ade a ɛne ano betumi ayɛ den ɛde ama awofo ahodoɔ a ɛwɔ fie a wɔn mma ɛkɔ school because sɛ kɔba sɛ wɔn mma mmiɛnsa ɛnan a na kyerɛ sɛ kaa wobɛbɔ wɔ school mu no ɛna fam nti ɛbɛsrɛ na genius ntu ho anamo paa na saa deɛ wɔntumi ɛnso ano na yenyi ɛmfamfiri hɔ no koraa yɛfɛ wɔ mahene Kofi Asɛmpa no pa me bɛsomo ɛwɔ beyiwa no ɛso dwumadie no ɛyɛ community watch ɛwɔ Great Commission television ɛso yɛdan yɛ ho abasisi a na fe yɛba pina ɛna akakyiri yɛbɛsan ba na yɛde aba bɛsɔso twɛn yɛba sisi a
ano ne adɔfo mede nkyerɛsonko ɛde ma obi biara ɔhwɛ me ɛfiri ɛyɛ Time Herbal Center mene kwankyerɛfoɔ a mede aduru Time Herbal Mesha ɛna Time HH Herbal Mesha mede aba edwama so wobɛwura dɔs herbal shop pharmacy shop bi a wokɔ a wobɛnya bi atɔ na aduru a mpɛ sɛ twetwe nkɔmmɔ paa ɛyɛ Time HH Herbal Mesha no kwasan sɛ ɛyɛ aduru a ɛposti immune system no ɛsupport immune system na ɛyɛ white blood cells ɛne red blood cells no supporting nkoamoa no ɛma ne nya ahoɔden ɛsoronko bepacho utie me ubi a ɛhɔ a na yare bi bebia na ebi abɔwa waduru ɛyɛ baako pɛ ɛduro no yɛ Time HH Herbal Mesha anasa ne capsules ɛyade a wonya bia ebetumi aboa papa pacho ɔbaa bi wɔ hɔ abonso hɔ na supita ne finase na ɛba wɔ hɔ abonso nsansan na ɛbɛgugu nase wɔ hɔ abonso nase na ɛkeka no obi ɔkora mpo a after the menses no obonso nase betumi ahyehye no obonso na nsu asɛsɛ nka wo na ifinase ɛba pacho ono no Time HH Herbal Mesha anasa ne capsules yi bia ɛbɛboa isa wɔ ha we nyinaa ɛde afiri so ma aware so emperemfo so benyansa ne yebu ne be na yenka na sam ye ka ne so obu obaka so mato adurabre na emperemfo so ukodwa mienu a na hu de eba ne sent na so yo ba na se wutie mi a me kanfo tam chaba misha anasa ne councils me kanfo edi amaw sanso abeme bo ha no ba be kodin pasogro efiri na nsen ko no bonsin supita ne firi be na eba efiri be 5 days ko na nsuo na nya sesa na ya brownish color na ne be na emuya ne ya na ne mu ahihye no obu okra okodunso kra mpa yiso kodira mfikire be na wafe ne sen na wakwa akodunso bonsin be na ahihye no na ekuro abamu obu ane de no watriti eko ne so ho abonsin mu na eka na pe pato ye be na wutie ni a ekuro na eba akopɛ unya tam chaba misha anasa ne capsules na dia wonya bia ebetu aboa papa ama wonso watumi adon ho be me bo abonsan sansa na abegugu no ho o abonsan asemo bi no ne nam no ase kokodwi no wode ne nsa beka no enso ya dia onhu bibia ewo ho e ba toto tam chaba misha anasa ne capsules no bi na anokwasen se ya dia mo no no eboa na esisi bibia no na anokwasen se eyi saw how we through ho no se mbi kaka na e boost immune system no a support na madane dana wenya ahoden sonkon atumi aboa wo obu abonsan no wa akra ofi base fi do nwotwe yakona na obu ha okudare insume ho abonsan donso na wenya ena moja free ne be na eba e patcho wonnom se do bia e yade be isa ho ha we nyina e de free ho e de amawo enu achi wa time heba misha ene wo fa be bia time enam djuna sonko time heba misha edi eye malaria fever uyu bia malaria fever e how pa they send dana ko da hospital ye do ko na ye do e ba men ka so de oyare ya ni malaria fever wa mra time heba misha e wo ununu bia be boa mo otuma didi e be boa mo otuma nsuo be boa mo otuma adonso yare wo kompa better video so na manka na sunso edo na eko sanse yankopon e na se yare ayare safu yankopon nso de bia tam eba mishemu ya dia wonu bia ebetu aboa papa obu abo sna na honam na ehyeso no ne honam na edwa no obu okran pa okotoketa so a opri koto ha na opri koto ha obu okran pa se ye dru na yatome nanso malaria parasite na eba ni padua ma ya o ha bebri na edebrewo obebu okran pa wotimi ka se ebe bo so be nyensa ohun ne mogani ana ohun ne menses into wanyam opako hospital doctor be ne lab no na malaria parasite no na adoso e wori ni padua mu the same trakofa sa ha na e dia bre no e proba no time eba mission bi no afina sa ha we na efiri ho na eko people chow yo ba na wutie mi a matam heba mission da entire mail ji wo ba ha fa efuru na sa wo ma akra no fo ono na ontimi no time heba mission bi the no etina ya dia ebetumi aboa ama watimi adon ho the number is 0244 417 669 0244 417-669 and no mem ha ubu radras to heba pharmacy shop a de bia be ko bia men kase me to adu bia keke so pe tam heba mesha and as a tam heba mesha and then the council say ya dia unya bia ebetumi aboa empen % takra na ma akokọ ekese na so takra bo an de fanyam kwatre kwa wo ba num adu na adu ntime mo no ka wa num adu nkwa pa nkeye the center make up tam heba mesha make up for dia mawo ubu obete se ye ka adu nwa semse nu on fe adu ni din entu ni trim obekọ akọ radras heba shop na pharmacy shop no wasimiti se ye ka adu bi nwa sense ya de we so ya de we na yakoyi adubi na yapiama no nanso mperemfo asan kokwa na mapem a omu nyina anim pɛ nanso esubia na ntakra ne sent na meka fo ama so ko wura drugstore heba shop a kaisa time no ye TIME obomade na wonsa ka bia ya bia ebetumi aboa meeting ede na otafrija owusu agenan bomade efe 0244 417-669 medati for na do for nyina asese wonya adaje na mutie me nyame adom adasanen obesan ate
Hallelujah nyankopon tumi wo so nyankopon wo sra e wo so na se wo pese wo kopɛ emu nimdie se na be ya betuma ye adwuma wewe brei mu a make Kamfo Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship kama ene dia mawo Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship esi Apostle Joseph A. Jackson Sreso Pe. Ministerial training courses ahodo pii na yeye wudi dwuma bi ewo Nyankopɔn fie na sa open tete a apostolic ministry training ewo homa o yeye prophetic ministry training, pastoral or teaching ministry training, women ministry training, youth ministry training enso wo ho, Christian missions and church planting training, evangelistic ministry training enso wo ho, eldership or lay ministry training enso ewo ho a kama for eye ediama wo Kama ewo Unique Icon International School a ebe Royal Ravico Hotel ewo Nungwa ewa Kraheya Freyen 0500-200-033 ana 0246-819-345 Sawo bejen tete ewo kama enyema we bi na osabetumi aka ministerial license any credentials, apostolic consecration for apostles, prophetic consecration any ne akeka hu nyina won sabetumi aka bi. Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship Kama, where servant leaders are trained.
Oh yes! A brass of say Obama or diet so person yens and training no abem a quina be the I Am Media and Professional Institute the I Am Media and Professional Institute bia ye titins and trefo emo mobayens and trefo mapa ye de wom kra say practical near 80% and a theory 20%. So we wanted to hear what the I Am Media and Professional Institute are. You better acquire internship our Great Commission Television and I feel so Radio SM Online and now radio and that TV station. Yeah, actually, my Ghana and Titiana Yedema ono ebine graphic design, motion graphics, video and audio editing, camera handling, TV and radio presenting, communication skills, media law and ethics, media production, news writing, editing and reporting. It is a JHS Nwerie and now SHS and now pushing upon say University akwenya da oma and your men say adajo Fred the I Am Media and Professional Institute CA was
0244-346-632
and now we call one office what Great Commission Television Nungwa Cantamanto Omobe St. Michael Primary School, the I Am Media and Professional Training Institute, where professionals are trained. Shannon Suse Singapore accredited by the National Schools Inspectorate Authority Nichomutia from Nasia.
Adolfo, my man can no question me wa anchire way. Me America say me din the Dr. Mensa. Me ye penny kwanchire for me that Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic ya no. Na me kada say etomni bi a se owo ade bi mugidi ana se owo bi a asem to wa do asem kodan na ya won heda nsura asem no papa. De nika wo wiase ne se wonya haw na wonya ba bi a wo de kotwene. Eno de ya na nika pa na emum se unya hawo na oni baabi a wo de wo hawo no fa de a na wasem na eyehu because uni oboafo obi a oboa wo na enkomo bi na me pese me na wo ba no baabi a wo bi a ene se Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic aye hihye bebrebe de afi nipa ya lesa ho na nyame ama metumi a me de sa yale nti wasa de bia be ka me ho a che se dwumadi a ye die no enya sem keto a se obi enya honhom mu hawo ana se obi enya nipadua mu hawo ana se wo ba ekunu eyere ana wo dihye bi nenubone abetale no edi ninya sa no ma nyina nyame adaroma o hwe Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic e chidi kwaya ye wo mo de be ma wo na me ekono kakra ka ma kire no ma bisima kakra bi na wate no ma bi ase show se o hia se sa wo bobra na ye wo ba wiase a ubeduru wiase a honhom bebrebe na etwe ho ahia bi korampa de oje o maame awo no o maame ne ani nti oje na wo a na odi tumi bi eje wo tumi anasa won krabe anyame de ma wo no oje ye na okoton no honhom mu fofofo ena bi wo no mo nso anye ho no mo na yeje no ebi wo no mo a wunyini ba na utumi kohia obi oba na abema na odo ho akaka no na tumi na kanyame de ama o se fa bedi yie o wiase no na yaje de afiri won sem uni honhom ani nti huhunu ebi won so a nyame adom so saa enhyira ne nyina bi uwo bi but wa wo bi no ebi enipa bi ado ho abodo no ema wo ntimi nkọ wanim saa no ma nyina wo woni honhom ani wo be de na wahu asem wo yi ade a ehu yie na de bi wo wiase a ehu a ewo se nipa hwe ne yi a yenya mesom a ye som ne no ama no ma bebrebe wo hodo ma ye bu ye ne aguso ene sen se ye ka se ebi atumi bi di wachi ana sasa edi wachi no wa hwe ya be wa dwen se o me de Kristo ni de me de ye de na sasa bi di machiri ha ne ka kire wo sasa bibie ni wono ma etimi pam no je se wo de na chi wade ka no Yesu Kristo kan asem bi na ya na me were fi quotation wo say sa de we na de bai aje sa kwanche ne mpaebo edi de ade bai na kwanche ne mpaebo ene edi tuo no e kire se ade bi e wo wiase bia wo de ye de kan na ansa na firi ho ensuo se eje edel buruburu aje se ensuo togum ana se BBC na se wa nyana chi wade afa anka na enye yi enti minua se wo bobre ya wa brabo ejina stand still opema wo nko baby obi afa obekọ no nko afa wonko won steady intro so yo be wa tenase ya adwene hu se na se be ho ofe wa otumi gina hwehwem hwehwe ho wo hwe wo nofo wo hwe se de onipadua sitie wo hwe wo kala ne utrinwi egu ho ne se de wa nkasa wa nantu esisi fom ene se de onipadua sitie wo hwe wo ho a otumi se me yo ba me yo ba me bosi pa enso wa steady say be me bia be fa wa no de wasi no parking saa de we emfa ne tra saa o yewu sasa etimi bedi wachi ema saa no ma na ebogu o nhira na ebogu ade bi anka obia ko no ma wonya na easy no nkwa akwa wonya na easy saa no ma we no no enye kwa eye sasa ne di wachi ji so odwale sasa duru nyame adaro ma ye duru a ye fa ne sasa duru na de etien se obedwale nanson 7 days se wotimi ti akwa nkyere na wodwale ne saa me na me ka kire wo be fa ho adi bibia wo ye bia be ye akwantu na wutuo anasika bi na ope wo ya dwuma bi wo ya enye yie oton ayento wo ya bibi na enye yie a hwehwe kire na ya moa o udwale ya do na ebeboa ma so watimi akọ anim ena bio moa sebe enka monum yi nka se obi anum yi nka yale fon pa ye fe na halitosis se ofre Dr. Mensafo na wontimi ma ya so ya enum kankan ya duru ye de bebrew ne a kire se de obesi aye na 14 days on te sent bia wonum bio wanya afa ahodie no ena mo amman so atu agu no bone so omnom na omonom se oba nom na onom no bone a mesro fre Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic na ba bia wo bia yenye nhyehyeye ne yemfa duro mre ne yenkire okwan a wo befa so de afra na duane a ontimi no mo bio hwe TV ne so ye number gu so wo fre ye ne a na ya kire ye chiri kwae Kumasi de ye okotwi ye ni Guinness depot ne di hwani mu wo se wo fa kai wo sofo lai anasa wo fa kai wo tag junction kajetia inside de wo beba baby a wo Ghana ha baby a wo se me kokotwi Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic enkra pumpuni manta mu nso no ye wo Medina Zongo junction ye wura Canada Japan abrosan akese no emu ne ye wo ma na FM abrosan na se ho a enti TV no wa wo hwe bia no wo screen so abon se ye numbers gu so entem so frɛ na nyame mfa ye so moa na so fa ho di free say yenkwate adurumra no eno ane ahahan enso ahahan no yeti na obi onim no wontimi fa hwempo duru nkosa manta saa na wontimi mfa duru a enye na duru a enka yale bi ma ne nko Dr. Mensa ever ready say bibia ha obi ano ye bebo na so nya afa ahodie number edidi dwuma e wo Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic de edi kan 0244 92 1269 0244 92 1269 anase 027 11 73 551 027 11 73 551 yada mase da se na yebesan ehia bio
Hallelujah Nyankopɔn tumi wɔ so Nyankopɔn wo sra ɛwɔ so na sɛ wo pɛsɛ wo kɔpɛ emu nimdie sɛ na bɛyɛ obetuma yɛ adwuma wɔ wiye brɛ mu a mekamfo Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship kama ɛna de ama Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship esi Apostle Joseph A. Jackson Sreso Pe Ministerial training courses ahodo pi na yeye wudi dwuma bi ewo Nyankopɔn fie na sa open tete a apostolic ministry training ewo homa yeye prophetic ministry training pastoral or teaching ministry training women ministry training youth ministry training enso wo ho Christian missions and church planting training evangelistic ministry training enso wo ho eldership or lay ministry training enso ewo ho a kama for eye ediama wo kama ɛwɔ Unique Icon International School a ɛbɛn Royal Ravico Hotel ɛwɔ Nungwa ɛwɔ Accra heya. Freyen 0500 200 033 ana 0246 819 345. Sɛ wobɛgye nteteɛ ɛwɔ kama ɛnneɛma wei bi na wɔsa betumi aka ministerial license any credentials, apostolic consecration for apostles, prophetic consecration ɛne ne ɛkeka ho nyinaa wɔnsa betumi aka bi. Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship kama, where servant leaders are trained.
Oh yes! Ebraso say we beba o diet so person yen training no abem. E kwai na bie. Ejira mede the I Am Media and Professional Institute echrewe. The I Am Media and Professional Institute eye bia ye titin zentrefo. Emo mo be yen zentrefo mapa. Ye de wo mkra ne say practical ne 80% and a theory eye 20%. So we wanted to hear what the I Am Media and Professional Institute. Yabemo akoye internship our Great Commission Television and so Radio SM Online. And now radio and that TV station here actually wo my Ghana. And today na yedema ono ebine graphic design, motion graphics, video and audio editing, camera handling, TV and radio presenting, communication skills, media law and ethics, media production, news writing, editing and reporting. It is a JHS Nwewie and now SHS and now push yapon say university akwenya ne da oma and ye men say adajo for the I Am Media and Professional Institute CA I was
0244 346 632.
And now we for one office what Great Commission Television Nungwa Cantamanto Omobay St. Michael Primary School, the I Am Media and Professional Training Institute,
where professionals are trained. Shannon Suse Singapore is accredited by the National Schools Inspectorate Authority. Nichomutia from Nasia.
Hallelujah, Nyankopɔn tumi wɔ so. Nyankopɔn wo sra ɛwɔ so na sɛ wo pɛsɛ wo kɔpɛ emu nimdeɛ sɛ na bɛyɛ obetuma yɛ adwuma wɔ wiye brɛ yi mu a mekamfo Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship kama ɛna de ama wo. Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship esi Apostle Joseph A. Jackson srɛ so pɛɛ. Ministerial training courses ahodo pii na yeye wudi dwuma bi ewo Nyankopɔn fie na sɛ open tete a apostolic ministry training ewo homa o yeye prophetic ministry training, pastoral or teaching ministry training, women ministry training, youth ministry training enso wo ho, Christian missions and church planting training, evangelistic ministry training enso wo ho, eldership or lay ministry training enso ewo ho a kama for eye ediama wo kama ewo Unique Icon International School a ebe Royal Ravico Hotel ewo Nungwa ewa Accra heya. Freyen 0500 200 033 ana 0246 819 345. Sɛ wobɛgye nteteɛ ɛwɔ kama ɛnneɛma wei bi na wɔsa betumi aka ministerial license any credentials, apostolic consecration for apostles, prophetic consecration ɛne ne ɛkeka ho nyinaa wɔnsa betumi aka bi. Center for Apostolic Ministerial Apprenticeship kama, where servant leaders are trained.
I've been reluctant to implement a state of emergency in the Galamsey fight because we've not exhausted the powers we even have without a state of emergency. We have the opportunity to arrest anybody, to confiscate any such thing. There are laws for forest protection and all that give us enough powers to be able to act. Implementing a state of emergency might sound nice, but it should be the last extreme, the last resort. So for now, let's exercise all the powers we have. And if it becomes necessary for a state of emergency, then we'll look at it. It means we have to go to Parliament. The president can't just declare a state of emergency without, going to Parliament, because there's a limit to how long you can maintain that state of emergency. And so I believe that we still have leverage to continue to fight Galamsey without necessarily implementing a state of emergency. It means that we have to delineate the areas where the state of emergency is operational. And if you look at the area where Galamsey is taking place, it covers several districts of our country. And so we would do it if it becomes necessary. But for now, I think that we've given the security. I've been reluctant to implement a state of emergency in the Galamsey fight because we've not exhausted the powers we even have without a state of emergency. We have the opportunity to arrest anybody, to confiscate any such thing. There are laws for forest protection and all that give us enough powers to be able to act. Implementing a state of emergency might sound nice, but it should be the last extreme, the last resort. So for now, let's exercise all the powers we have. And if it becomes necessary for a state of emergency, then we'll look at it. It means we have to go to Parliament. The president can't just declare a state of emergency without, going to Parliament, because there's a limit to how long you can maintain that state of emergency. And so I believe that we still have leverage to continue to fight Galamsey without necessarily implementing a state of emergency. It means that we have to delineate the areas where the state of emergency is operational. And if you look at the area where Galamsey is taking place, it covers several districts of our country. And so we would do it if it becomes necessary. But for now, I think that we've given the security. I've been reluctant to implement a state of emergency in the Galamsey fight because we've not exhausted the powers we even have without a state of emergency. We have the opportunity to arrest anybody, to confiscate any such thing. There are laws for forest protection and all that give us enough powers to be able to act. Implementing a state of emergency might sound nice, but it should be the last extreme, the last resort. So for now, let's exercise all the powers we have. And if it becomes necessary for a state of emergency, then we'll look at it. It means we have to go to Parliament. The president can't just declare a state of emergency without, going to Parliament, because there's a limit to how long you can maintain that state of emergency. And so I believe that we still have leverage to continue to fight Galamsey without necessarily implementing a state of emergency. It means that we have to.
Watche ewu akwaba edanya mia ye bi papa na ye dwada ode ene dai so akyeye yafia kwapura beto ye twase ye dada se esanse ye bewuru eye September bosume ne da etoso dunum abie mu dia na ebe ye 2026 enye 2025 enti afe ena akwapro aba beto ye ya etwase ye ma ye ni eje anape ya je utata besi sabre nonkono abo apa ho sima enwotwe ewose yesi nkonwa na yedi nkomo edefa oman Ghana eho ewose onso nya bipa na wutie enti ena no pe yaje bra yede eba abesmo huko Facebook a Great Commission TV GH YouTube nso a Great Commission TV bomodi aso bebewura honom o comment no de fa honom ayebe kan ede amaw o like ya ebeboa o share ma foforo nso enya bia eno so ebetime abo papa ye page ni nso o follow a ebeboa subscribe to your YouTube channel no na yentime enko yenim ene kojon shira ewa hanum sei NDC amanyoko no yekenkan communicators e won kran hanum a yenkan na yenyi ni din emfimu emwa no enyeje watena se obeboa ewo enkomotwetwe emu medin ede na nekua atreba atafe na de afidie no ato hanum a memu ache memu akwaba emu atena se Emma Great Commission TV so kodwa ye krado yi de ebe kɔ ne hɔ no ene nso ye dwoada ye ne da papa ti ebe kɔ ne hɔ no na ye busa no na wotwe wieye de kɔ ye nyina no omomu amane emfa maye kojo good morning
me nyaba
bibia ye okay
obade madum ne aban papa de bia meka se Ghanaians were lucky say 2024 aban taye eka aban ansesa nanka MPP ne that's work so up to now I'm sure say kende ka oye Ghana ni bia na oye bata na wo mba mienu a ba na de ko wachi back worry because command be I'm telling you command be din and the MPP ne also about 8 months into office and she President Mahama ne NDC de egu akwam nya nhyehyɛ ya de abrabom nkanko abrabom nkoso na abrabom han everything memfo no moto aba for change so I mean so far so good bia abafa bia Ghana ne bia esre aden a okofi a owaduane papa ba kofi SHS a owaduane papa di ni bo benya akon university ni first year fees abanya afa ni hostel fee abanya na so I mean a lot of relief abanya to the say dia bre Ghana te memfo no me nua ba me ha mani ka do see any other political party coming to office because I've always believed that Ghanaians are not ungrateful. Say omo akonya no say bedi omo so. Now the sheshe be gu akwami bu omo. I mean there's no way of you free so. So the NDC here na the year we hope to continue on the same tangent. Now say akoni say ya menua MPP any other political party should never think of coming to politics because Ghanaians would never betray NDC government and the abrabom kan kone mpunto ebomu to MPP subject to economic hardship. So fast the Minister for Finance is doing the Bank of Ghana Governor Esiama is doing well. So many about energy and Ghana be energy be any aje.
Okay, yeah. Weekend
Well, first of all, there's money in the system. There's money in the system. I'm one person. I don't go out. But I mean, and this is buying back so Chrome. I mean, Chrome here and Chrome is safe. And the MPP, you can't go out. Obeko out now. You should know that there are certain times here you don't expect to see yourself outside because who should say Uba better tawaji will be. So NDC, Uba say Nkola crowd them about 1 a.m. because they are protected by the government now.
Until weekend did a co year mount.
And one minute about
Yamia do me a dasutiasi ya dear, a year not dum until na co ye. Yes, we are the end of co ye, Musaya say a hoya.
Oh, now, Salamicano, a bina bano, and bam is a phone call. Okay, a phone and she said, I may make me any protection under the same government to be your gun and whether your MPP, your NDC, any political party I will join it. Ya Ghana ni nko a wuchi etwo man nkan kon ade abani protection or the mam Ghana for bia no e be so for the first time I'm okay, I'm protected no every Ghanaian is protected because abanya edwe no protection ho aba
sikani de enche ye nyina ye bottom o say there is money in the system but I don't think say we ye nyina ye bottom anopemti am ho ayeshi pa
no. President Mama said something, I think in 2015, 2016, I knew MPP before. Again, I know see Bonne say President Mahama said on your magician to create jobs. Okay. I mean, what President Mahama said was, you can only earn money when you work for it. Okay. And thanks be to God, President Mahama 8 months into office, she showed the go akwemi and she say every member in bebuno. You say, "Oh, you bebuno now pescasha obotuma." The only thing you can do is to take advantage of the government initiative policies are ABA Juma and also when you be recently 6,000 youths were recruited into fire service as fire service support. Almost 4,000 was recruited as police assistants or communities. A lot of initiatives are ABA Juma the only thing you can make money for yourself, the only thing I will be is and they will take advantage of the government policies and initiative. Now, apart from that, manners in Tobiemo. First now, you say manners fall from heaven. Is here in Tobiemo. Kakra obeye, nyangpo beshraso, now Sakuano. So the only thing for you to get money in your pocket is to take advantage of the government policies, initiative. Or the be member team member and bebu no money biaye.
Okay. Ntiabusia. Ye ho ye nyame adom yada sotia site chemada bodwe moja ediemu afosane yɛbɛda awurade ase wohu sɛ deɛ inhyi frasie yɛ na kyɛ sɛ bibia ededa na kwemu yenko issue hodo mo na yenhwe na ye ba behwe se de oka ban boye ho ban aban amane o ma ekoyie government no ne ne o manyina na ye ba behwe na ye di mampani ene imposidi na no ebimbo sidi na ye hata ye ba behwe na ya hwe se yi de yenya 8 months na ye se ye wo ye no NDC ye second coming no ye wo ye no yenya 8 months wo President John Dramani Mahama na memo emu se wonkai amekai wo se January 17 na ye de no esi so na emom Ghana photo santen ekoto aba de ma no ne de ne 9 months mu na ye we de mom wo ode ne to ka ba enwa ne de ene na kyese bosume maako wotwe emu na ene ye we nti ye ba bedi nkomo ne ye busa ye ho se mampani ba ye assess no na ye de no eto aseniye so ye si ye nwe ne krana percentage wise no nka obema ne sen ene anopay wuti fie obetimi de wadwenche e de aba me pata ofra ye ntimi emfa memfrɛ me ofra mintimi emfa wadwenche no tintim fa send ye SMS krana ye bekinka de amo number no ene da screen no eso no ntinshi ye nhwɛ mampanin nanu ya no ne ye bonkomo guade ye twam ye nya na wotwe kra one ye bonkomo de ye ti bebere pa nansa ne ye beba hono mo no ye nhwe ye sidi no sansa mampani kan ho asem se bi mo se ye dollar yi na afede mo amose mo che no mache no kura wie sansa ba yanka eka de nanka e ba single digit na entimi ambaba esi am no kasa san afuri kakra na mampani ka so obi a mbeka se na dollar na edwane da BCD no da so wa hodin anopay e bia wo be wunya nsesen bi de but what price no se de ejina no ase Ghanaian no hu ne so ene da so wo ho no e betimi asan ba form ana se ejina ba bi ejina yi kuranka wo bepe
anopay de me de nchia se be kwa ma wahwefo ne obi bia abena onya tamehwe ndi pa mo de bro manga na mo de bua o manga na nkanko again. The President of the land, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, 8 months into office, he sure they go akwemi and share. The Abrabomun Kaine, Abrabomun Punto Ebre Ghana for. Again, the Finance Minister, who happens to be the Member of Parliament, I mean, she sure they go akwemi in our financial sector. No, it tells you, say, the technical know-how is there.
Okay.
So he's doing incredible work to stable our city. Again, we be bring one thing, first of all, we should know is that there's no currency in the world that is stable.
Okay.
Every currency in the world, sometimes you will see some fluctuation. A bit me a cost rock a cry, a bit me a bathroom cry, a bit me a jump. That's how currency operates.
Okay.
But so far, so good. See, I just see the now one day, sending a TCC, and it's sending a Yabetono in January 2025. I think the NDC government has done incredible work because taking it from 16 to 17 cities, barely 8 months into office now, it's doing around 12 cities. It tells you, say, and yet coincidence. A banish sure the go aquam and you see what you see today. Don't forget, say city be a bit depreciated. It depends solely most of the time on leadership. Say if there's no leadership, subscribe normal friend to three and go aquam. Sikana hodi na wo kro mu no enim gu ase. My more instance, we don't forget in 2022 under Akufo-Addo, when Dr. Addison, the Bank of Ghana then was on a printing spree, or printing scam Akufo-Addo are buying here and there. No, the city depreciated by 90 to 20%. And by city then Guasia, it was trading around 17 cedis to the dollar.
Okay.
And don't forget that Adibia Ebusu Bebre there's no value in it.
Okay.
And because of that, Addison air prentice cababre ego or mining muntino. Ne see the name Guasia, it depreciated to that level. But NDC is in government now. The Bank of Ghana government, Siama, is doing something incredible. I think we all have to applaud him. He's just trying to mop up our liquidity. That means, or share or regulate how are the inflows of the currency. What on many let's say on Jaiske and one man will be brain and depreciate and see no.
Okay.
It was the share going to make sure say he's going to mop up our liquidity to make sure say scanning boost who are minimum and a man sebi scan enemy guase.
Okay.
Again, there's something called the reserve. Okay, Ghana or reserve. And so a boy in Sikano, actually, Doma, sub scanning Guase. Don't forget, Yebeja Ban 2025. Our national reserve was hovering around 8 billion. But currently, 8 months into office, we are doing reserve of 11 billion and over. It tells you enough foreign reserve to cushion our currency now. No, American currency no stabilize it. Again, fiscal policy are buying ethnas. I didn't share. Go come to make sure say the little resources at my disposal no match now to where it will be profitable. We were here when we saw under MPP when they were wasting money here and there without prudent management, prudent financial discourse. But NDC are buying physical discipline in Tino. The little now you want to make sure say you bomb buying to hold our city eminent in Kogwase. Again, a banish shape you the begu aquamubia at the returns say infrastructure bro mine. NDC have been able to do a whole lot. Don't forget say under MPP a whole first half of 2024. The gold ENS, gold that yet ton kwa amononiska MPP to me the bomb money in 2024, first half of 2024 was around $762 million. But under NDC, the same period, that is 6 months into 2025, gold ENS a koko nkwadia bro mine Ghana 2.7 billion. So these monies are going to cushion the Bank of Ghana to stabilize our city. Again, gold for all your President Mahama, gold border President Mahama. True, yes, everybody I mean, it's bringing in, it's raking in a lot of inflows. And you know, say this foreign currency, and the boy is kind of by you. This other foreign currency, and the agent is connecting to say when you have enough foreign reserves in your country, and to me, brother, currently under MPP a whole year, gold earnings, a year small scale mining gold, or to be torn quite was a little above 4 billion. But just end of August 2025, gold board required to me out on gold cruising over $6 billion. Ako kushin our national reserve at the Bank of Ghana. So a banish your dear go coming eminent is din. So what we see now, it's not about coincidence. I say, Bibina NC of a mama so to say yes, Kenya a president Mahama banish just your dear go come to make sure say Sidna under MPP and Guasano. And ya holding and she share the go come and she shares wa edicid no sabi a holding air back. So currently everything that you see now a buy and she share pa a member pa and we see what we see today. Again, when you channel your energy on local production, say se sa wo sika dwetwe na enkra nya memfra monone na bom no kakra wo be make sure say wo be kra bibi kwa wo nkra bibi bebre na bom kakra wo benya no would be make sure say nyama na wo krafia amono no why you do on menu that will also help stabilize your city. It's so far so good. There have been a lot of initiatives on Mampenia Lancha and nyama be bra ye kra talk about chicken importer ye kra $400 million every year dollars to import chicken. Now no yes see farms are na say ye be encourage backyard farming na or smese we binti bia betumi anya akọ ni fikirechi na so onu abe yusu kra na bi beka wasen ato am man no ebe bo na sika twitwi di a ye tam ye de ko amama so ko to chicken no eso ate na sa sika no ankwa de na be ye ebe ka o man e ka man mo so ebe de ebe bua ebe bo ye sidi no achiridom so hihia president mama ne ndc edi agwa akomi hihia sebe edi sidi na ho de no esi ababa again investor confident you know say osmese obintin bia o wa manfoforo so bia o pese ombro memu bedi dwuma bia o ba sika ne capital na ekura no okay nti oba no be hye dwumadi na sa sika no ebe ko man ni mu na boa na abotisi na di achidom na mum say wo kan ukro no sebe there's no investor confidence obi bia no wode sika ba be show man so obi stua am fa sika be show man mu a what is left we sika na wo no enya ho because there's no external inflow supporting your currency. So if say would the nhihye akoma as man as a bank na say there's stability in your economy influence business opportunities so obi bia be pese ordinary sika be share oman mu no ordinary sika be share oman mu e be na sika twitwi no so aden akakroma again cutting expenses. We saw what happened at the MPP when a lot of initiatives that they channeled Ghanaians resources to never yielded any results. but NDC she dey go akwam yan share because make sure say even say best spend the crown no sabi baby hu hia na ebe affect Ghanaian no positively any discussion dey share also at the returns no sabi o man mu de beka again minaba NDC she dey go akwam no amana seed no agina no we are hoping say we are not going to deviate because just like President Mahama said, no, between 10 and 12 cities is the real value of the city. And to say yet we man could do 10 cities per dollar. Now air could do 12. No, there shouldn't be any panic because between them is the real city of the real value of the city. So I think say and yeah, there say investor and I say any business person be a nakumentu because say the beer do no say jina ho sa. I think say I'm after between businessman between my plan on my life. Say cost be brave. Say my for me be say it's stable for a month, 2, a year. No most okay. Sydney this year, you who real value agent 12. Obi be planning for business opportunities, business deals. Obi okay. Sydney even say me import I did 12 cities here. If they do 1 year, still the city will remain at the same time because that's the real value of the city. And don't forget, I said, yeah, cause yeah, the share go company at Sydney should be brave. About single digit, said all kind of a very affecting import sector because who import here there. Sabi, what the Yamana bar? Who nya usika bag because can I would import to hono? Would dollar who sit now what's assigned the trade no Sydney swa. Now the dollar no bar. How do you sell your product? Okay. Interesting. I can say what is one aboka?
Check me, the $1 bebre I hope say so talk to the
so what the city don't forget that now won't turn in city so in the city nanya hodina city na $1 no aba from no so what the city na hodina kata dollar no so now got na abording from the dollar marketer e bedu chrome ha because city na before you can't sell it above. So I said, we won't selling where you will get your profit. And so we shouldn't express a city say to the level of a single digit. Yes, but we should think about the export sector. We don't want to collapse it. So we should think about the export sector. So far, President Amani NDC sure they go akwa miya nchishia. Ema yin Sydney nya hodi now creating investor confidence will be obenya kakra to bottom. Biano person me the umbro men Ghana mumbedi bia because when me say yin kra no ba the currency is stable obenya ne dwetwe back or the akọ. So there's no big deal about it, there's no miracle about this. Your man Penny Mahama ne finance minister and Bank of Ghana governor and she show mo dey go akwema yielded result in the last 8 months. And the who said yes, more be engine be catch you say ya ban bi nhihye bi odi gu akwema a oja hokọ ye
say ya ban bi na external factor ka ho na ma
minyaba when these people say these things, one question you should ask them that they should give you that particular policy they are standing on claiming say ya ban bi nhihye bi a oja to ho. And then this so let's take the good for oil for instance. Good for oil, Dr. Bawumia catches a good for oil on the bed, the West stabilize Sydney. Under him, true good for oil. Sydney rising to 17 cities per dollar. And again, good for oil was launched 3-4 years ago before MPP left in power. It is so were any positive impact on the city? I didn't know China MPP fever power no you know and policy no more ban no much MPP for Ankasa. Policy na Ankasa friend is you. No, you know, say even Bank of Ghana report about almost 70% of Bank of government, Bank of Ghana, almost 70% of Bank of Ghana, capital money share good for oil bunu ekwa yamba biem. Okay. Omboka. So if I didn't know what they ban e ba bua stabilize city. Neska ya dey shem say ye hu sa nisuade hu no. Ska de yamba. Do you think say it impacted anything on the economy? Okay. It never did. NDC abanshisho dey go akwam in the last few months in the appreciation of the city against the dollar you see today. More beyond that more beyond that. MPP had nothing to do with the city appreciation we see today under NDC. It's NDC's prudent management, fiscal discipline, and economic management. And I'm yehu. So everything we see today, you was debia, you from NDC aban. You was debia, you from President Mahama, you was debia, you from the finance minister, you was debia, you from the Bank of Ghana governor because almost she omudu go akwemu. And we yehu is here in our city appreciation. So NDC MPP has nothing to do with it. A ban and she share pa and a member pa ana yehu se na yehu yo yensi di mu no
okay nti aban papa ena emamu papa nti na ma yehunu de yehunu eno ne ora ishira na sem yeguso ye bonkomo de fa oh my god na ho misrel obi mo frɛ yes send ye message text yen keke say ye WhatsApp na say impo SMS ye be kan de amamu amu frɛ na yentimi emfa nti bomode ase wo de wonsam ne be fa ho no uja to Facebook nso a ye be kinkan na ye de amamu nti na ye wa hanom ejanhira ye da so ewo ohono mampeni John Dramani Mahama ye nyina ye nim se oda so ewo honom se ye mampeni na se de na obobo oh waye bi uka good board waye wabaye wakate nioma se de wa obobo ye yenhwe na yentwa mfamfa galamse na so ye na no ne bonkomo ebi mu busa ye semtwafo ya na yekohia no ne yesi o mampeni se de okunya se aye eyi kakra enka yenim se by 8 months di anye ye kura no ye dru baby enso no nke ye pen more eno nka declare state of emergency o se da bi ye nyandru ho no ye nyandru baby e declare state of emergency nti ye hwe galamse ne kono me nka se wonye ebidi o by ye hu se watete bi task force ne de keka ho nenso da so wo ho no nti anope den na hunu se mampeni ya ebetimi aboa kwa magalamse ye tu ase entem
I think Ghanaians who are expecting say 8 months into office and President Mamani and this into fair and the Galamse, I think say that shows the level of confidence they have in the NDC government and President Mama.
Okay.
Because obi to me the 8 years ebe say yen sat here ebe say yen show. Na aban fufura ba na Ghanaians are expecting that aban say offer 8 months and correct the wrong that was leveled against the government and the country in the last 8 years. I think say this shows Ghana for paper any GD or President Mahamani and this say obitimi aye. Now you know say 8 months into office, Shishe and this Ediagu Akwem in the course of fighting Galamsenya and Shishiya at the Nkanko and Enfasode Aba. Don't forget say under MPP, a lot of mining licenses were given to party boys, whether you are qualified to mine or not, because according to the General Secretary John Boy, the party here is so yen the party boys kwa no mo say yensu no mo say yen sa here and this year ba barely 8 months into office 55 illegal mining licenses out of over 2,000 MPP gave have been revoked. And now as I'm talking to you 900 is under review to be revoked. It tells you say obi bia woni the technical know-how and the true will to mine responsibly doesn't matter be ordinary license be on license here be few. So that's the first step. Again, you could remember said there have been the launch of the task force in regards to water gas.
Yeah, water gas.
Exactly. More boy insurance who buy to make sure say osuma so binti bia no wafa kutra se kwan ekonya lines so ko say yen so ne yen sase no onya sai kwan no. So I think the Blue Water Initiative is working. And don't forget say recently over 400 excavators have been seized by the gas, and again 900 water pumping machines. Do you know, sir, under MPP when illegal miners their machines are being seized, they turn back to sell it to them to go back into the forest. But 900 water pumping machines that was seized by the water gas now is being channeled to the Feed Ghana project. They come ekuafo. Nobody edwin duabaye na edwane ebu o mine so. Again, don't forget say MPP are buying by no there was nothing like LI 2462. Somebody the mbra Emma osuma so bintin bia obenya mining license e okoti kwan bia so no wakọ yensuo ne yen forest reserves. Akọ yensuo ene yen sase MPP are buying by a mom who quite and yehu the degradation of our forest reserve to that level. Currently it's under review to be revoked. Chese NDC abaye ba be say emba na fiwa say osmesin anso binti bia entumi nya akonya enkoye forest mu a obi bia nyi ho akonya so bokwa mine wo. Again ye yifiwa obi bia so nyi ho akonya a obekọ yensuo mu akose yensuo. So all this are being put in place to make sure say sebe ye sase ni yensuo ye wo no sebe ye ensene because say ye hwe say nipa kakra bi omo edufu di pe bi nti omo se ye nsu a ebe di ba bi minu mienu nsuo na ebe kra ba no mu na sebe kakra da yenye no manga no kra mpo na nsu ye na de he ne de akakra nsuo e de aboma ma ba no so o mampani ni NDC aban hihyo di go akwam to protect our water bodies, to protect our forest reserves. I think that's yielding a lot of results. So far 9 forest reserves that was degraded by MPP. NDC aban we aba recover now no it's in the process. Even gold border yet in Asia Oma making financial commitment for over 1,000 hectares of degraded lands to be restored.
Okay.
So NDC are buying oba so illegal mining. So because at the end of the day, you know the negative impact of this galamsey on the communities. Omo ya galamsey wo ho no ye be wu obi na sabi na to ni ho ye be wu obi na ne hwene ho ina yenso so ase boni e de bat funo mo da locality at the end of the day sa de pa no mo nya san so aso kura so nya agude no ho fa so anye krampo no yenim se company bia owo men mo di dwuma bia there something called social responsibility as sabi wo ye bua sa ni pekuo no a wo di sa adwuma no locality no. But these people, they don't do it because they feel say, oh, you who up in penful 1 or 2 minutes, you show my from the rest is history. And at least can you pana come chrome hormonia so adverse effect, the direct effect they come no come boom na komunya so mfa so. Na so omunya so mfa so because of smell no BTB fees okay no kwa no peske bia wo. So now no NDC din hihye bi gu akromu a sebse be prevent obi bia why not just obeko yensuom and so obeko yen forest reserves akwose yen sase. I mean over 900 people have been arrested now they are facing prosecution in regards to illegal mining. Sure. Under MPP when these people are arrested omo ye do job back no mo sanso ko say. Remember this Chinese lady Aisha Wan. When MPP abanchi so illegal mining e dey asem no safama for beka no yenja no nko back to China na answer ye ko China akopa bosia China buy enferman. So they chose money over the lives of the people of this country. No more Jino. No, Aisha Wan only Ghana ha. Okay. Aisha Wan ni Ghana ha. But NDC abandoned say ye chill say we illegal mine, say ye issue, say ye inside, you will make sure say we will prosecute you to serve as a deterrent. Amo bibia why not you say on the wafa ko sikunya say nya license into ko say ye issue or ko say ye inside. But say bibia le be po bibia hu. Say no, or suma sibi. Okoye bi na ye che no sebe yamfa no ho anche no nti what shows says ameso bi koye bia ye de ho be che irrespective of your political affiliation. Okay. And the willingness for a particular government to solve galamsey to is very important. The willing say aben bi enye opepa say ade we meso ano. Do you remember say recently 2 of our national executive were accused of involving in galamsey? That is Honorable Yamin and Abanga. Exactly. Yeah. What did President Mahama did? He referred the matter to the Attorney General. So on shame say, if there's any evidence to the claims omo de to omosuna. MPP are buying even when their own minister under them. Frimpong Boating. Okay. Ekwaye report about Bonte say MPP big men and women are involved in illegal mining. In fact, according to Frimpong Boating, in a meeting at Flagstaff House, Sir John Den Forestry Commission was present. No. Before Boate share Kufa Adokachi and said, "No, to Winchain, he's a threat to our forest reserves." Nothing happened to him. Why? Because he's a party member. Okay. But NDC about Obi Biara Sebi, there will be that tag on you. Say you who or galamsey mu abandon share hankwa or bet you also to serve as a deterrent to party member Biara so uncle ensure so I say uncle and sas. So I say uncle involved in illegal mining. There were a lot of names mentioned in the report, Boate's report regarding to MPP members involving in galamsey. From what do you call it, Chairman to me, Niteko, what do you call it, Lord Komi, Protozoa. All these names were mentioned. President Kufuor at least. Or cast on the president in the actual line to fight galamsey. He said, "No, it's up pana. Can these people will be prosecuted?" Then so jamu. But NDC are buying yes sir. Say we Nasa okoye illegal mining edi nkekawa ebebra aban ho a ye nja okwa. Don't forget President Kufuor's first minister for local government and rural development, Hajia Halima Mahama. When this lady say onim MPP from penifo, this is MPs. Ministers are they are involved in galamsey no. Obebo mudi na Kufuor ye say one of Kufuor pa ne to akundwa say okay, may you every ministry no ambassador to United States. Kufuor mana lady na body to shame the government. Okay. And Akufo-Addo never had the zeal to fight Galamsey. In fact, Freeport Boate's report, the Flagstaff House was labeled as headquarters of Galamsey.
No, Mutubi wo.
Me enye mo say at that time kwano Mutubi wo because Akufo-Addo's hometown in Chebi. Near ha na the youth organizer wo Chebi etam excavator ko si Akufo-Addo fie no to Galamsey.
No mo ko ho mo ehunhwe
one e ko ye hwehwe.
Okay.
According to Galamsey wo Akufo-Addo fie. And you know say so when you be your mampany baby bia wo ejapade wo bia that place become a security zone. Akufo-Addo be catch say we hu onim da. So be the excavator ko sini garden ni chrome garden mo to Galamsey. Before say any investigation be share what people involved in the MPP so mo ye Galamsey no Akufo-Addo be ba bontia be claim so osme say so benchi o ma be man so me party on ye Galamsey. I report bien ba bonchi even report what is report says chairman want to be the Nakonta mining ekoje concession so okay Nakonta mining my register my license mo ma concession me de kwa kotu agudie okwado wakoto agudie no 300 wakoto concession ama nipa fufura omuni ani technical know how 300,000 so mo say yes so and also give them protection because moba what you say so this my license they are my name or in my company's name as Nakonta mining. This is how low MPP went in the grading our forest reserves and water bodies. So far so good when you compare MPP's 8 years to fight Galamsey and NDC's 8 months commitment to fight Galamsey, you cannot compare the two because NDC has so far advanced in fighting Galamsey than MPP did in 8 years.
Okay.
So now I want to say yes, so now it went to a level of left level now because by the or so be TBN kwenya so be consume akose yesu. I remember say under MPP there were a lot of people
so
just like I said, we are still cramping down on them. Of course, you can see ya chimbi no doesn't matter say you trust here. People are still do illegal mining air cramp them down.
Okay.
So you could remember say under MPP people were just importing excavators into the country anyhow without giving reasons why they are importing those excavators. As recently last month you heard GPHA, Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, the Babonte say because of how amount for importing a lot of excavators, a big group of be cleaning, you know. Some of the places congested, some of our security outfits.
Okay.
Media station be bet 2 for Ghana. This is in Shishia Bendu Guaquemus or Sumasa Bentimbia Benya Quenya. I import excavator into the country. You have a justification for the importation of that excavator. Of course, we cannot ban importation of excavator because construction workers say you sue excavator. Even what do you call large scale miners import excavators. Name we import here. You are no say Adna we import the of Babe. It's most of them to me go. But under MPP, why? Because there were no measures to curtail those people importing excavators into the country. So NDC in 8 months have been able to put a lot of measures in place to make sure say some yen show ni babo ho ban na Ghana ni bia nya so papa no yen sas ni babo ho ban na some so Ghana ni bia nya efuo aye ayesa bi nua ba Ghana kakra no kwa ye wo ha no kwa na sebe du ba bia price na kwa apno yesi ye ba beto aduan fi amano nya ba. Yes, omo scan no betumi ato na menu mienu so abani share dey gu akwam so be protect and forest reserves. Abani share dey gu akwam so be protect and water bodies. I think it's a course Ghana ni bia should rally behind because 8 months into officer yet me achieve this result. This result I think it's impressive. And so far so good the Tree for Life initiative.
Okay.
Over 7 million trees have been planted. So abanu yen nhihye papa ebebo yen sas ho ban ebebo yen suo ho ban so abanu ko in regards to Galamsey no I think say sisia no de ebia Ghana fo beka say mfaso de yen hye de hu no papa na mbom in a year in 2 years time no ye be hu faso de a sebe yenya in regards to stopping Galamsey in this country. So NDC aban de ye base ebebo Ghana fo ho ban ye base ebebo yen suo ho ban ye base ebebo yen forest reserves ho ban etina nhihye president Amadi Gu Akwamia is just our protection the environment now sebe we call it our own.
Okay.
So me about nhihye akakra president Amaye de I think say yes Ghanaians expect a whole lot because that shows the level of confidence of what man perimuno. they should know say President Mahama will never let them be disappointed. Almost saying from that because President Mahama can say this last term is going to be his legacy term. The obey be to make sure say President Mahama be. So what we see to that now, no, you say they are catching the door. So there's more coming to protect our water bodies. There's more coming to protect our water reserves. So NDC Aban is committed to fight galamsey. NDC Aban is committed to stop illegal mining. Obi biasa why not doing so on the or peskebiawu at the expense of the health condition of this country. No, sometimes you should know say you be cramped down here. Chiwa and koya Aban mimbreso or Chiwa wofa kutikwa se. No wako tia bribe ni asiye jara kwa se yensu no. NDC Aban Chiwa involving in galamsey. Actually we say one is a woman there 1 and 2. Okwa womba because ye njao. Now one sign and by saying so because these people the level of do I was no there's no way I can be able because if you say they be on Biano, something Omenyeska, into what show that's one punish and that's one keep them. No job, there's no way mobile okay. Makoya Galam say Yachemi, into my Barmania Galam say me, pay the corporate job, they won't do it because how much are you going to pay that person in a month? Okay. It's not a ban so aside that no, a bind dear go in Shisha go come say Obien Juma. No one make say okay, admin want to make Makoya Galam say no. Now buy a bien Juma to make sure say Obi or woman why not doing so obey Juma or person obey Juma and Sakuna no Ubenya be so with this you have no excuse involving illegal mining.
Okay. Then now Wakache and conform more calling for state of emergency and
no, I was happy when the president says we've not exhausted all the available options now. Okay. Because already share the go the results. Share the go no at the infrastructure. I mean, if under MPP they were calling for state of emergency, yes, it was called under MPP, but MPP are buying and yes, and found. Don't forget that under MPP when the state of emergency was called no. And so asset to a level where some Ghana water what do you call Ghana water company yes we're coming out with a report to say Munjai Galamsey ni so say yentu krampo entry show Ghana for no
nanu yan so mbaye say sisi ombetutu
don't forget that nanu yan report no omo de ba no enye nanu 8 months in so asay okay enye so asay aban mimbra so ya beto awia making sure say be clean no. Reports now recently, Ghana Water Affordable Ban and yet reports are 8 months in that damage have been caused. And yet damage are caused da. Yet trust no. So they have it because that's the only body on bet Jinin so many and some babonti some say the turbidity level of their waters no akoda high to the point that omunya chemicals go infiltrate here. It's a risk for me no because here no we are the final recipient. We are no no. Don't forget the MPP in Shisho Mudu go akwamnya some of the fighting Ghana say none of them worked. Let's count of them. Operation Vanguard, Operation What 1, 2, and 3. Galam stop. In fact, Dr. Bamia champion buying of $3 million of what do you call it? Drones to fight Galamsey. At the end of the day, Ghana for $3 million now. You used to see they got 200 drones. No, drones no lie.
A buyer na iraye.
A buyer na iraye. Na MPP for Mbaka just say they are e buy no ma to ase aton don't forget that these things no on beto no mo say mo ato aba e ba no ma se aton the back MPP did they create harm to this country and I'm happy say the NDC is not following that tangent say sebi yeah ndwe Ghana for ho yeah ndwe Ghana for to make sure say sebi insu agara ni bia no mo kono mu no enkofa insu so boni bia embre no. So those who are calling for state of emergency, no, just like the president said, they have a legitimate cause. But until we exhaust all the available options, I think say currently she go the result, no. Let's focus on that to make sure say then she papa and I said then can't our fight jet toward ending Galamsey in this country. Okay. So they have a legitimate cause to call for that because they are the final recipient. Omonensu so born no so. So President Mama and you are okay, he's shoving it around the carpet. Obedi hood management no to make sure say within the shortest possible time no. And she sure they go come to end Galamsey to end illegal mining no and then for so they pa abroad mining na. Okay. So end this in trigger and Nibiano AC foam. So more calling for state of emergency. It's in their right to do so because anye kwano in so born in the bar ebi be kanu. Okay. So NDC are buying making sure that to the point that now they are expecting NDC to solve this galamsey menace in 8 months shows you the level of confidence that President Mahama Munu, and we are not going to take that for granted. So I did to make sure that we end this menace. Naga ni bia hu enya hoto. Then ni bia nya mpunto de nkanko. No so me ni so a every year pipe mobile. Sebe me ni because it's being well treated.
Okay. Yate yedase ebusia ne yene kojo insura NDC communicator ono na yene no edin komo farmer mpeni okwa okwo etia galamsey ene empo yesidi no ahode a ewo mu epiem esansam no kase ya no pe dollar no 12 cedis ene point bi edidi echire ewo honom tene yebusa no so ese die adroyi die enye se bi ebefuri die begina so de mampani ga say eba nan a obi mu koye kwa say yeso ye kranio ma de kwa ma no ye koku ye de bi kona akona afede odi beberebe ko sika fin akora na wa be oya because ya krani beberebe kona afi omunju ye kaka krebi because say yesidi no say de aye no na ombehwe so nti eya na ye di hu nkomo eno nene ora ehia wa boye ishi ye baba sori so ye ba ma kwanya nene dia wo di jaga na fo nyina no.
Yeah, I mean, you should know the government for the people is in. Okay. I mean, Ghana ni bia be dia dance here from January yeji abengwa no fie PP se be nhihye nyina e dia gu akwami nhihye ye de nkanko ene mpuntu ebre omo kan abrabo mu nkanko. Again, all the metrics we saw, eba cities, inflation, GDP is better now compared to the better. So it tells that the country is on the right direction. And President Mahama being the head of this government now, all these shapes are going to make sure that Ghana for over 57% in the last election. Sabi on take that for granted. Or the Shisha are going to make sure that Ghana for any GDN, that continuous GDN. NDC Abeman, listen, NDC cannot afford to fail Ghanaians. Okay. Because currently MPP Abe fail Ghanaians are Ghana for any GD, any that's what MPP move. So NDC only stand a chance of instill down confidence. Political parties be a yepe. That is what NDC is doing. You see, Ghana for MPP for the political parties be a yepe. So if you go share, we are making sure that it will differentiate MPP and NDC. No being good job because MPP and NDC now we are promoting the same thing. If you go come and share the can't come in punto Ghana for compared to a binding breastwa or subject to economic hardship. So Ghanaians should know that the government for the people is here. We are prioritizing the interest of Ghanaians first. In Juma bia ye de ba bonti bia ye in Juma edebema in youth, especially because ya se many o free Ghana so or kwama no ne or kwama foforo so o man ya Haiti akoye na between Ghana and Haiti ene mujo only option why because officer or no be better as any member because at least or ko benya adwuma bia na so aban ne din hihye egu akwam na timamuni nya bi ya okoye den Haiti Haiti obe ye so currently egu akwam say ospeso obenti bi oye Ghana bi anye ekro otu etuo bo man nkan kono man puntu wanya bibia ye man nsa kona no so far so good in the next 2 years 3 years listen me go to lead the line of MPP so yeah omodin she egu akwam na in the next 10 years 5 years bekra ni prefer amanonya be ye adma we are go NDC don't talk. Okay, we believe in action. And the shade you go akwam nya yenhyehyeye a ede indwuma ebrem bebu so Ghana ni bia wo pa adwuma ye you should know say NDC aban is here to protect you, to produce, to provide those works for you no when indwuma ye na won sa kwa no and going into other dubious jobs and I say mining no it's not an option. Okay, it's not an option. It's the NDC aban ye bibia say bibia you so say admin what as a yastic say anything okoye galamsey no. But with this no see the admin go that's one ko pe bia ye na officer wo pe ske bia dia wo na wo ko involve in galamsey you have no excuse because admin wo ho okay and one ko ye and you chose galamsey so asotwe be ho amo so Ghanaians and this government is here and the last thing NDC government will do is to make Ghanaians disappointed in us she dey go akonya she ebe boat fuo no o kan ko no puto so say MP say NDC ebe da kom say NDC ebedi hia se NDC ekyerem kom na Ghana ni na otua tobo man kan kɔ ne ho atɔ no. That is what NDC want.
Okay. Here da se papa ene emu aboye ye ton safra so wa bomodi a obi bia we ye bia we jai ene ye ababedi enkomo ede afa o my Ghana ehu ebusua onso wagebre wa hwe beda wa se papa ye mu amo timi frɛ ye nyina ye da mo ase papa asedan konfa mo ya boafo ene anope holasi pebino mebeboa ebema uwapo mutia san egina ne nan so biem go same travel and so akwantuo no ba bia pesa odi ko bia no omo so ye krado se wo mo ebeboa Eden Hills ensase bia wo pe bia wo ma ye krado se wo mo ebema obi mame da gomba nso si ne ndro ne de wonya bia ebeboa papa ama onso watimi egina branne Victory Garlic nso anope pebino nom emwa entu etridi ene yarewa hodo ase Time Helper Mixture womo enyina eka ho Semens Vital ene anope womo nyina eka ho ebia kamafo